Yeah, baby, you did this one.
What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Hennessy, and today we are back with another banger video. It's gonna be a story time about how I got set up by my friend. Let's just get into the video and straight to the point. This was summer of 2017, and we had just got out of school. I was going through like a lot of things with my mom. I think I was like 16 or 15. At this time, like I was going through it. Like I was rebellious. I had my reasons to why I was acting like that. So it was the last day of school. I went home or whatever, and I wrote this letter to my mom. Just stated like, hey, like this summer, you know, I'm basically gonna do whatever I want. I do regret writing that letter because I know it hurt my mom. So boom, my mom came home from work, found the letter, and she was like, you know what, if that's how you want to be, don't let the door hit you on the way out. She was like, if you want to be grown and that's what you want to do, go ahead, but I'm gonna teach you a fucking lesson. First thing I did was walk straight to my friend's house. So my ex bestie is gonna be M. So I walked straight to M's house and I knocked on her door and she like, what's wrong? And I just told her everything. I told her like basically I just had got into arguing with my mom. I started hanging out with M and some girl named Nye. July 7th, something had happened. So I'm chilling with M and Nye at M's house. Mind y'all, I had a curfew. My curfew in the summertime 2017 was 7 o'clock. If I was not home at 7 on the dot, my mom would always call the cops on me. This particular day, I did not come home at 7 because M wanted me to stay longer. It's not gonna hurt if I stay till like 9:30. Me thinking like my mom, she wasn't gonna know where to find me, wasn't gonna know how to get in contact with me. So next thing you know, it's past curfew for me. I was already paranoid, so I'm like, my mom's gonna call the cops, like, gonna come here and make me go home. Turn my head to the right and I just see my mom and my brother walking across the street. First thing that ran through my head, run bitch, run. I just got in like shock and like my mom just pulled up and I'm like, girl, just chill. Like you're not gonna get in trouble because you're not doing nothing. Next thing I know, my mom just crossed that street and just started yelling at me. I felt so fucking embarrassed. I was like 15 and I was trying to be grown, and she come across the street, she like, oh, you think you grown? Get the fuck up. And I got up out of the chair. I thought I was cute at the time, so I'm like bye y'all. Like I really just didn't care. So as we're walking back to my house, like my mom is telling me like, yo, one of these days I'm gonna really tear that ass up. Like keep on doing what you're doing, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like I just remember all that. My mom telling me, you want to be grown, you can fucking get the fuck out of my house. She said, you ain't gonna get the fuck out of my house the way you thinking you gonna get out of my house. So she was basically saying she was gonna call DIFUS and shit on me. I wasn't happy like living in her house, I can get the fuck on somebody else's house. My brother, he was just so mad at me and shit, like, which I understood. He was telling me like, you're so stupid, you want to hang with hood rats, this is not you, you look stupid. Like he was just saying all this shit, like, you're supposed to be my brother, we're supposed to be tight like this, and you're literally sitting here trying to make me feel more worse than I've already been feeling. Like everybody just knew what I was going through. Everybody just assumed I was making stupid decisions because I wanted to. I go up to my room and I'm like, I'm not about to be in a house where everybody fucking attacking me. Like not attacking me physically, but attacking me like verbally. Like this is not good for my mental health. I'm not about to be here. I go upstairs to my room, I get a bag, y'all, and I just start packing a little bit of clothes, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go sleep at M house. My old house was set up, we had like the front door and then the back door. It was like this back room, the back door, and then the backyard, and then the gate. So y'all, I tried to sneak out to the back. My brother called me, he snatched my bag. He was like, where the fuck are you going? Like, you really doing some stupid shit. Like, are you trying to get in trouble? Are you trying to get taken away? You can't get with hood rats. Like, who are you? I don't even know you no more. He was coming at me like that. Boy, I don't care. Like, get the fuck out of my face. So he went to go get my mom from the front. My mom come inside, start yelling at me, talking about, you want to be fucking grown? I'm about to call the fucking police. You want to keep doing this? I'm really about to beat your ass. I'm gonna really fuck you up. I just fucking got out the back door and I started booking it. Like I'm just running because they start trying to chase after me. I ran all the way to M house. All I hear is my mom saying, bitch, I'm gonna fucking call the cops. I'm tired of your shit. I knock on her door and M opens the door. She's like, what's wrong? Because like I was like hysterical, y'all. Like I was literally crying to where I cannot talk. She's like, let's go walk to Nye house. So we end up walking to Nye house. Mind you, Nye also lived like 3 to 2 blocks away from M, so we were all close to range. Telling M like, I have a brother, he lives like 5 blocks down. Take me there, like please, like I need to see my brother. So, all right, let's walk over there. Mind you, at this time it's like 11 o'clock at night already. So we go over there and I go knock on his door, but he wasn't home, but my sister-in-law was. So I'm telling her, like, she see me crying. She just see me looking like, y'all, I looked at a mess. Like, I had on this big ass t-shirt and just some red shorts. Y'all like, what's wrong? Hennessy, is that you? They call me Hennessy. So she's like, is that you? And I'm like, it's me, please. I'm like, I need to speak to my brother, please. Like, I need help. So she's like, your brother's not home, but I could call him. She called him, put him on the phone with me. I told him everything that was going on. And I'm like, bro, like, I really need you. Like, I never needed nobody more in my life than a sibling. And he was there for me. It made me feel like really good. Like, I was crying so much because I haven't seen my brother in a hot minute. I haven't talked to him in a minute. So it just felt real good to know, like, I had a family member there who cared for me. He had told me, like, if I wanted to stay there, I could stay there and wait till he get home and we could talk about what I want to do. My sister-in-law ended up asking me, like, are you going to stay with me or you just going to go back with your friends? And I'm like, I felt uncomfortable at the time because my brother wasn't there. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to stay with my friends. So the first thing my sister-in-law tells my friends, especially my closest friend M, she's like, yo, make sure she don't go nowhere, don't do nothing stupid, like, please just watch her. Closest friend M, almost like a sister to me, was like, yeah, okay, I got her, like, we'll call you if anything, because they my sister-in-law gave her number, so she's like, please call me if anything, like, have fun but not too much fun. So they're like, yeah, we got her, we're about to go home right now. We end up walking back to M's place or whatever, and mind you, her parents wasn't there because, you know, it was the weekend and they was like, they was having fun or whatever. Her sisters wasn't home because, you know, they was doing their own thing too. Her sister had like this big liquor stash in the bottom of the oven, that part that you can pull out. So it was like a whole bunch of liquor in there because her sister used to make like drinks and shit, right? I go up to M's room with Nye and I was laying on the bed and M told me to lay on her bed and I had to, you know, be on the floor because she at the time smelled and M didn't want to lay on her bed. Yeah, we just chilling and M's downstairs talking to her little boo thing. You know, Nye goes downstairs and then they come back up and like, they told me to come downstairs, so we come downstairs or whatever. I'm still on the phone with her boo thing, but they were like, let's play this game called Truth or Dare. So I'm like, okay, why not? It started off, you know, like dumb shit, like, oh, like, I dare you to call this person and say this. I dare you to text this person and say you like them. It started off like that. So that's how the game was going. Then I kid y'all not, like 5 minutes later, they're like, let's get liquor. Like, I'm gonna do a dare, like, you gotta drink. If you don't say the truth, you gotta drink. We was like, okay. Like, at the time, I just wanted to have fun. Like, so M pulls out this big bottle of clear liquor. I remember, like, the taste of the liquor. I hate it so much. Anytime I think about it, I feel like I'm about to throw up. So M pulls that out, and, you know, we start off light. First sip of liquor. They gave me a big shot, and once I took that, y'all, like, mind you, I was already fucked up. I'm thinking about how I'm about to be taken away. I felt like my mom was going to send me away. I felt like the cops were going to come. Like, I just knew everything was about to happen. So, like, my state of mind, I was not in the right state of mind. My mind frame wasn't there. I just wasn't there. M took a sippy cup, like, okay, y'all see this barbecue bottle? So it was a sippy cup about this size up to right here. And they filled it with liquor and they just gave it to me, y'all. Mind y'all, they knew the shit that I was going through. So even if I don't know if I asked for it, I don't know how that fucking happened. But like me, even if I did fucking ask for it, knowing that I'm going through something right now and y'all can already see I'm already fucked up, why the fuck would y'all even give me a sippy cup filled with liquor? Like, why would you do that? And you claim like you're my best friend. You claim I'm like a sister to you, all that, or whatever. Like, why would you do that? I just stopped playing the game and I just drank the whole thing. I chugged the whole fucking sippy cup of liquor. Like, I just chugged it straight down. There's no taking breaks, no nothing. I just drank it. So the liquor started, I guess, you know, getting to me or whatever. Mind you, I didn't eat that whole day. So the liquor really fucked me up. So after a while, y'all, I started feeling like weird. I was feeling out of my body. They started acting like really weird. They bring me back upstairs to the room. Nye and me was in there alone. Mind y'all, I'm drunk. Music playing on the TV, you know, YouTube or whatever. Like, let's dance. Like, I was lit. I'm like, let's dance, Nye or whatever. So she started like dancing. She started like being extra and saying like, no, get away from me or whatever. So I just remember me sitting on the floor and Nye sitting on the other side of the floor. Can y'all believe this bitch went downstairs and tried to tell M that I tried to eat her pussy? Like, I found all this out afterward. Bitch, your pussy stink. Nobody wanted to do that. And mind y'all, I'm not even gay like that. Yeah, don't ever fucking play on my name trying to say I try to eat that stink ass pussy, bitch. You smell like straight fish and fucking onions. You fucking stink. You stink. That was just that. You stink. You really think I wanted to eat that shit? No. No. I guess she went downstairs after that and then tried to tell M that shit. I guess they laughing it up. So after a while, like, they wasn't coming back upstairs. So I'm like I'm drunk, y'all, but like I'm not stupid. So I'm like, let me go see what they're doing. I come downstairs and I see them laughing. So like, you know, I'm already drunk, so I'm like, what the fuck, like, what's going on? I just wasn't hyperventilating. I was not feeling good. I'm telling M, like, I really need air. I need air. I need air. I need to go outside or whatever. M was like, no, Jenny, like, let me give you some cranberry juice. I guess cranberry juice like helps you get back sober. So I just remember them giving me cranberry juice, and when they like tried to put it in my mouth, I could not drink it. It tasted so nasty, y'all. I felt like I was gonna throw up, so I said no. I just remember seeing Nye take the cranberry juice cup and just start like spilling it on me and laughing. I just remember her spilling the shit on me and laughing, but like I wasn't in the right state of mind. So I'm like in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? These are supposed to be my friends. Why the fuck are they doing that? So I'm like, I really need air. I started crying to M because, y'all, that was like a sister to me. I started crying to her. I'm like, please, like, let me get some air. So she like, all right, Jenny, let me go get my sandals. So I'm downstairs with Nye while M's upstairs getting her sandals, and Nye's like, bitch, you want fucking air? Like, I just remember her saying little shit like that. She pushed me outside. Like, she cracked the front door a little bit open and then pushed me outside. So I go sit on the patio. They had like chairs there. I'm sitting there. After a while, they just left me out there. Like, M never came outside to see if I was doing good. The liquor just started getting more and more aggressive. That I started doing some crazy shit. I just remember being barefoot outside. I was in little booty shorts and I had just a t-shirt on. Like, it looked like a little short dress. I had no sandals on, no nothing. And I'm just in the fucking, like, I'm outside doing some crazy shit. They had me in the middle of the street at like 1 in the fucking morning, like doing whatever, running the fucking street. You know what could have happened to me being in the middle of the street, dancing, running up and down, doing stupid shit? Like, a car could have fucking hit me. Do you think I would have seen the car if I was drunk? No. Like, I could have died and that would have been on y'all, because y'all were the last two people to be seen with me and be taken care of. Like, that whole time I'm outside, I'm like, I guess I was dragging people's trash and stuff, and I know this because they told me what I was doing a couple days after. But yeah, I guess I was like dragging people's stuff and just throwing it and stuff. So I ended up walking back to M's house, and then I'm asking them to let me back in the house, but they would not let me back in the house. I just remember like seeing them pointing through the window and laughing at me. Like, I just remember little shit like that. Like, they ended up coming out through M's back porch side, just sitting there. So I guess they seen like 2 people that I used to go to school with, and M told those 2 people that I haven't seen y'all since 4th grade. She like, oh, can y'all take her home or some shit? So the girl that I know, we gonna call her, she a dyke, so we just gonna call her dyke. So the girl that I knew from school, she was like, she came to me, she like, let's take you home. And I'm telling her, I'm like, please, like, you don't know what I'm going through. Like, nobody understands. I'm like, no, I don't have nobody. If I go home right now, I'm gonna get taken away. Like, I just kept telling her, like, please don't take me home right now. I'm like, please just help me. Like, please just let me be. I'm like, please don't take me home. And then the boy that I knew too, that he was there, he's like, what's going on with you? And I'm trying to tell him, like, please just don't do it, please. M ends up letting them take me anyway. The boy is taking me away. I just see M and Nye in the background laughing and pointing and laughing and pointing. Like, they were cracking up like it was amusement. And in my head, like, for M, like, it felt like I was heartbroken because that was my first genuine friendship. I felt like that was my sister. We was actually more so like best friends. We were really close. I was always going to her. I was always there for her. She was always there for me. Like, she knew everything about my life. She knew everything, like everything that was going on with my family. She was always there, like, just always there for me, like that comfort. So like, to see her laughing, it was just like, wow, like, this is really how a friendship is. Probably this whole time this bitch was just spilling my business out to everybody and talking about me and just making me look so fucking stupid. It was making it seem like I'm up her ass. So while I'm with Dyke, we end up leaving M's house. I'm with Dyke. They took me to this park like 10 minutes away from M's house, and then they was asking me like what's going on. I'm telling Dyke, like, I don't know, like, please don't take me home, or I'm just gonna get taken away or whatever. So she's like, okay. Y'all, I just started throwing up. I started throwing up all this white stuff. It was just white, like nothing else in my throat, because I haven't been eating. So it was just white. And they're like, oh shit. So I had like this bandana on my head. They're like, can we take it off to clean you off? I'm like, yeah. Like, I was like, yeah. So they started cleaning me up or whatever. They tried to take me back to M's house, but by the time we got back to their house, y'all, their house was covered around cops. My mom at this point, I guess she called the cops. It's like 2:30 in the morning, y'all. I guess my mom called the cops and she sent them to M's house. So M's house surrounded by police cars and police. So I couldn't walk, y'all, and I had no shoes on. So Thike and the boy is like, they're holding me. So I'm basically leaning like this on their shoulders and shit. So like they're basically dragging me to walk. So they was like, oh shit, like it's all police over here. So I'm literally throwing up while walking towards M's house. Mind y'all, it's dark as shit outside, so the police couldn't see us. And like we were near this big ass tree, so they wouldn't even have known I was there. But I'm just throwing up like everywhere. And they're like, oh shit. So the boy ended up giving me his slides because I'm barefoot, y'all. I'm barefoot. I'm like, my feet hurt. So he gave me his slides and I'm like, thank you. Because, you know, I'm like drunk or whatever. So I'm acting so stupid. I'm like, thank you or whatever. And then I just remember kept calling the girl by the name that I knew her in middle school. And I just remember her saying like, stop calling me that if I punch you in your face. Like, I'm really about to punch you. Like, she was really talking to me like that. And I'm like, why the fuck in my head? I'm like, why the fuck would M leave me with these people? At the time, yeah, I couldn't even like go nowhere because I was so drunk. I wouldn't. Yeah, like I really think something could have happened to me. I just wasn't in the right state of mind. Thike brings us to her sister. So we go to her sister and her sister is with some girl. They in the car. So we get in the car and I hear them like saying that M and their family, they're bad influences. They don't know why I was hanging out with them because they knew me since I was little. So they're like, you got a good home. Like, why are you even out here doing all this? And I'm telling them what's been going on and why I'm doing this. So they're like, girl, like, you know what? I'm gonna take you back to my house. You gonna sleep it off. So they took me to their house, y'all, and they let me sleep on their bed until their mom had got up. So after that, I got knocked out. So I just remember being woken up like at 6 or 5 in the morning and getting kicked out of their house. I was barefoot, y'all. I didn't have no sandals, no shoes, no nothing. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I just remember them saying, you got to get out the house now because my mom about to get up. She gonna be mad if she see you. So they ended up kicking me out the house. And I just remember like the next morning I was still drunk, y'all. That's how much liquor I had. Like I still remember feeling out of my body. I was dizzy. I was still throwing up. So I'm remembering like where my brother lives. So I'm walking to my brother's house. I just see all these cars. They're beeping, y'all. I had little ass booty shorts on with this little t-shirt, no shoes. So I just looked it crazy. Like I looked it crazy. I walked all the way to my brother's house, sit on his porch for a little because y'all, I felt like I was about to pass out. Started banging on their door. I kid y'all not, I was outside of his house for like 2 hours until they finally came outside and realized that I was there. I didn't have a phone to call them at the time. So they finally realized that I was there and they're like, oh my fucking god, like everyone's been looking for you everywhere. Where the fuck have you been? And I told them what the fuck my friend did to me. And I was traumatized, y'all. I was traumatized. Like I broke down and everything. I was so scared. Like I never felt like that before. I felt so abandoned by everybody. I just felt like I didn't want to be on earth no more, to be honest. I must start getting emotional, but that's just how I felt. I was like real heartbroken by my friend because I just didn't understand why she did that or like why she laughed at me, because like we were so close, y'all. That was my best friend, and till this day, like even though she did that to me, it's still like no ill feelings for the girl. Like it's all love now because it's older or whatever, but I just don't have no respect for you. If you're watching, I don't have no respect for you. But yeah, that basically happened, and then that's how my friend set me up or whatever. They basically got me drunk really bad, kicked me out their house knowing I had barely clothes on, no shoes, kicked me out their house and made me look like a fucking fool in front of everybody. Just made me look crazy, made me feel crazy, made fun of me, recorded me, said crazy ass shit about me that I had to find out days after, because Dyke went to my mom's house and she told my mom that I was at her house and that I was so fucked up and how my friend set me up. Like my mom knew everything before I could even spit it out. And it was just like the hardest fucking time for me, y'all. Like this is just why I can't have friends. I'm like really traumatized. that's the end of my story time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I just wanted to share this because I know it's some girls out there that be like having best friends and stuff or whatever and thinking that you can trust them, but at any given time y'all have to remember that not everyone is genuine. And even though everyone may seem like they're in your best interest, sometimes they could really envy you or the low and you wouldn't even know it. Like, it would happen at the most oddest time and you wouldn't even expect it. So just be careful with who you call your friend, your best friend, your sister, and just be careful with who you tell your business to. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button up above to become part of the gang, because we lit over here, and turn on your post notifications to be notified whenever I post a video. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.
Yeah, baby, you did this one.